Hi guys, my name is Chris and you're watching Wrestling Today. So let's start with Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman have formed one of the most iconic wrestler-manager partnerships in WWE's modern era. Since their alliance began following Reigns' return in 2020, Reigns' career soared to new heights, while Heyman found a fresh star to guide in the process. The duo recently appeared on Bloomberg Players Live, Season 2, where Reigns' Wiseman shed light on an intriguing detail that highlighted his tribal chief star power even further. Paul Heyman declared Roman Reigns to be the biggest social media star from WWE, despite not posting anything since early April of this year. Paul Heyman said Roman Reigns has been off social media since WrestleMania, which was in early April, off social media since April. Who has the most impact on social media in WWE? Roman Reigns, and the nearest competitor was 15 to 18% behind Roman Reigns, and he has not posted one thing since April. The last time Roman Reigns and Heyman were seen together on WWE programming was, in fact, in early April at WrestleMania 40. Their appearance on Bloomberg has sparked speculation among fans, many of whom eagerly await the return of this legendary pairing on SmackDown. Roman Reigns' star power, even in inactivity on social media, truly cements him as one of the biggest WWE superstars of all time. What are your thoughts on Paul Heyman declaring Roman Reigns as the biggest WWE social media star? Paul Heyman credits Roman Reigns for attracting female audience to WWE. However, Reigns' Wiseman, Paul Heyman, who called him the biggest social media star from WWE, decided to point out an interesting detail in regards to question about the female audience for the WWE product. When the Wiseman was asked about WWE's approach to attracting female fans to its television programming and other endeavors, Paul Heyman pointed straight towards his tribal chief, giving him credit for being the magnet that brought in a female audience. Paul Heyman said, "Well, take a look at Roman Reigns." Paul Heyman was indicating towards Reigns' impressive personality, which is often an attraction point for female fans to tune into any sport. Roman Reigns, being a family man and father of 5 children, blushed and asked for the next question. Do you agree with Paul Heyman that Roman Reigns is the ultimate female magnet to attract them to the WWE product? Roman Reigns reveals preference between babyface or heel role. The head of the table reigns supreme over WWE as a heel since 2020, and he truly helped usher in a new era for the company, as his dominating presence on television helped establish himself as one of the greatest heels of all time. While speaking during Bloomberg's Power Players, the former undisputed WWE champion was asked whether he prefers being a babyface or a heel. Reigns noted that while it is easier to be a babyface, it is much more fun being a heel in the company. Roman Reigns said, "It's much easier. I think babyface is an easier side to actually perform in, but it's so much more fun as a bad guy." Roman Reigns has not been seen since the August 16th edition of Friday Night SmackDown, where he was brutalized by the Bloodline. Therefore, it remains to be seen when he will return to WWE television, as fans definitely miss him. Do you prefer Roman Reigns as a heel or babyface? Roman Reigns reacts to John Cena calling him the greatest of all time. Following the episode, John Cena recently had some major words of praise for Roman Reigns, as he called him the greatest of all time and put him over The Rock as well for good measure. While speaking during Bloomberg's Power Players, Roman Reigns was asked to share his thoughts on what John Cena had to say about him. Reigns stated he observed Cena's early run as WWE's top star and understands the demands and efforts required to reach that level. Reigns ultimately agreed with Cena, calling him the greatest of all time on that basis. Roman Reigns said, "As far as what John said, I kinda witnessed and observed his early reign being WWE's top guy and face of the company, so nobody knows better than everything that it takes to get to that point and be part of the conversation, so I guess I'm gonna have to agree with him." Roman Reigns, in the meantime, many will consider him the greatest of all time, and it's not hard to see why. Do you believe Roman Reigns is the greatest of all time in professional wrestling? Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman react to WWE's possible edgier shift on Netflix. Roman Reigns and his special counsel Paul Heyman opened up about the possibility of WWE pushing the envelope more when Raw makes its move to Netflix while speaking to Bloomberg's Power Players event. With all eyes on the potential shift, both Reigns and Heyman shared their thoughts on how far WWE could go in the new setting. Reigns didn't shy away from the idea of taking things up a notch, but he also highlighted the challenge of staying within the current PG rating. Reigns said, "If we allow Paul to do Hall of Fame speeches non-stop, we'll definitely push that envelope. But for me, I have always enjoyed the challenges of being PG. To me, it's more challenging to be able to tell these stories." It also allows you a broader audience to connect to, which I just really feel like. It's always the goal. We want to reach as many people as possible. And I think there's a fine limit to when you can cross the threshold where you push people off from the product. So I think there's going to be a nice little range there that we can play with, and push the envelope in certain senses. But I think we need to stick to our values and the morals that we've set in place in the culture that we have now. Heyman, known for his storytelling expertise, focused on how it's all about what the story calls for. Heyman said it's all storyline dependent. There are stories on our show that call for a kiss at the end. There are stories on our show that call for a punch at the end. What is the intensity? What is the purpose? What is the theme of the story that we're trying to tell? Both Reigns and Heyman seem open to exploring new creative directions if the move to Netflix happens, but with a careful approach that respects WWE's established identity. Do you think WWE should push the envelope more with Raw on Netflix? Or is sticking to their current formula the better move? So I hope you guys liked the interview by Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman on Bloomberg's Power Players. Thanks guys for watching, and please don't forget to like and subscribe.